Excuse me. I've got a bit of a cough now, which might be just an allergy. Okay, I'm going to give another little bit of a history lesson. This little building here, which is the Whistler Museum and Archives, and I believe it's not free to get in. I believe you have to pay a few dollars to get in. It's open, but I wonder if it actually is and whether people actually visit it. Certainly I don't visit it. I haven't visited this museum for a very, very long time. But I have visited the building a lot in the past. So, a little bit of a history lesson. I hope I don't get run over. This is the current Whistler Library. It's been open for quite a few years now, and it is the most spectacular library. Inside there's a fireplace, and it's nice and warm and cozy in there, and there are a few little conference rooms to hold meetings and workshops and classes, and I've attended quite a few of the tech workshops there and movie night as well. Not a lot of people know about these workshops, but they're discontinued. They were a legacy from the 2010 Winter Olympics again, and they continue to fund it, and obviously after a while the funding discontinued, or there was not really a lot of interest in it. Although when I went, there was always a whole conference room full of people that were wanting to go to it, and they were regulars. They went, and I went to them for a few years while it was on. And also the movie nights they used to run, they don't run them anymore. Although I'm going to have a look and see if they put it back on. I haven't run them for quite a few years, these foreign movie nights, and they're really good. There are not many people attend those because they don't know about it. But the tech workshops, yes, there were quite a few people that attended it. It was actually really, really good. But they discontinued that. So through there are probably some entrances to buildings and maybe a walking trail. I don't know because I have not been to that area, and it's probably private property. But now that I've talked about the new library here, this existing library, the current library, this little building here used to be the library. When I first started coming to Whistler back in 1994, 1995, I did not stay near this area here. I actually stayed in Marketplace, which is, I'm going to take a walk down there, that's where the supermarket is. The original IGA was there, Marketplace IGA. Now no longer, they retired and they sold it off to someone else, and now it's called Fresh Street Market. Not as good as the original IGA Marketplace. They were a fantastic supermarket. They had real size dummies and lift chairs across the top of the ceiling, with the dummies dressed in ski gear and skis, everything, helmets, glasses, gloves, pole skis, you name it, they had it on them. And it was a really, really local, cute supermarket, and quite a big one too, the largest one in Whistler, I think, back then. A very nice supermarket. And I stayed at, the Marketplace Lodge, which is down towards Marketplace, where the supermarket is. So this building here, yes, this used to be the library in Whistler. It was tiny. Obviously, as the population grew and tourism boomed in Whistler, and the community grew around Whistler, obviously the library was outgrown, so they had to find a bigger place, I suppose. So I used to visit this little place here, and it was so cute inside. But yeah, the new library here is much better. So that's a bit of a history lesson on this building here, which is now the museum building, and it was the library when I first came. Back then there probably wasn't a lot of internet, a lot of mobile phones obviously, or Wi-Fi available. There was a lot of printer, paper and copiers and scanners and things like that, and desktops, yes. But then I'm looking on this plaque, which is, I haven't noticed this before, but they've put this plaque here about this, where the library is now, the current library, and this used to be the Myrtle Phillips School. Now, the Myrtle Phillips School is actually located outside of Whistler. It says it's on Lorimer Road. I think it is. It's probably down and around the corner somewhere. I have passed it quite a few times on the bus, on the public transport system. Yes, there is a public transport system in Whistler as well. If you haven't been to Whistler and you're an Australian or from some other country around the world and you haven't been to Whistler and you're planning to visit Whistler, they do have public transport here. Very good public transport system actually. They have to have it because it's grown to a size where Whistler is no longer just Whistler Village. There is Whistler Creekside, and there are all the other suburbs, like I think it's not Blackberry, it's Blueberry I think, and Whistler Cay, and there's also Alpine Meadows, as I said, Lake Anita, and Emerald. I think it's got Alpine Emerald. I can't remember why they call it Alpine Emerald. And there's all the other little suburbs, or what you would consider suburbs outside of Whistler Village itself, all within public transport distance. Sometimes the buses won't run or can't run up the hills or around certain roads because the snow is so thick, or the weather conditions are so bad, so they just drop you off at the bottom and you have to make your way up by walking to wherever you have to get to, the closest stop. Mailbox system as well around here, no longer deliver mail door to door. They have little community hub post boxes, whatever you call them, down at the bottom of the hill, and to get your mail, that's how you get to it. You just walk to it and then you go to your PO box and then you pick up your mail. What else can I tell you about this area? Not a lot. This is it. I think around there's probably Peak Pies or something like that around here. I can't remember exactly where they are. And a few other services, like a real estate agent. There's always a real estate agent somewhere in Whistler. And the walk down here is towards the main drag of Whistler Village, and also in the opposite direction to the ice skating rink and other facilities and services in North Village, or Village North as we call it. So I hope it gives you a little bit of information about Whistler so far. The Village Gate Loop is actually just down straight towards that way, but you can access it from around here too. It's just the long way, the scenic way of getting around. It'd probably be better on the main road. I saw a few people with those silly hard case 4-wheel trolley bags, or whatever you call them. Terrible for the snow. The reason why I haven't actually got a hard case is because of that, because they are not very good in the snow, and if you put them on a train and a train is actually descending or turning or something, the wheels actually, you lose your bag basically. Your bag goes rolling if you don't actually hold on to it. So the 4-wheeled hard case suitcases are not good for snow, and they're not good in general for anything like public transport, unless you hold on to them. So I have a 2-wheeled soft case, hard case combo, and that does me well in everywhere I go. So, and a little bit lighter too, possibly. That's all I'm going to tell you for now. Up there is Whistler and Blackcomb Mountain, and you can see the ski runs from here. There's probably a lot of people still on the mountain because it's only about 12:30 or so, nearly 1 o'clock. So I underestimated what time I'd be arriving. I thought I'd be arriving around 2. Actually arrived around 12:30. So pretty good run, 10:30 to 12:30 or so. And the bus was late. It actually came around 10:30, not 10:05. Okay, so thanks for watching for now. A lot of black crows around, but now I'm off to the library, the real library, the big library, not the old library, which is now a museum. And I'm going to go and see if I need my card renewed, because it has been, I think, 2 years now. With the card, if you're a resident and you get a card, you actually can have there's a lot of free things that come with it, free services like LinkedIn Learning. You get free courses for 2 years while your card is valid. And I suppose you get the normal borrowing privileges and all that, but there's probably some other things I don't know about, but I have to research today. So thanks for watching again. I'll see you in the next video.